A few years ago, I was stuck scrolling through social media, watching others build their dreams, and wondering when would it actually be my turn. But then everything changed when I got really serious about content creation and staying consistent. Today, I want to share how showing up every day online completely changed my life financially, mentally, and creatively.
You gotta just post it.
So, a little bit about me is I started creating in the pandemic. I knew that during that time, it was just so open, everybody was inside. I knew that I didn't have a job because I lost a job because of the pandemic, and I just had to go out there and find something that was for me, right? And I always enjoyed taking videos and making memories and whatnot, photos. So I got into video editing. I got on YouTube. I said, let me try something new and see what really could work for me, right? And then I started creating content. I started putting myself out there. I started really getting into just being okay with having people say bad things about me, right? And going online and just putting out a video, getting better every day. I think that's one of the biggest things that really started the career for me when I was really young. I was a childhood model and actor, and I always enjoyed entertaining. I always enjoyed showing that love to people and hopefully putting a smile on it or teaching somebody from something. So that's why I knew that content creation was for me. One thing that really helped me was just being consistent, right? Consistently trying. Every day I would get on YouTube and I'd search what I was looking to do, or I would look up a new way to edit something, or I would go find the camera that I knew that was for me, and just consistently putting in the work. And then when I started posting, right? I started going out there. I started getting my schedule together, posting at least trying to do it once a week, or a couple times a week. And then you're progressing. You're getting more. You're getting faster. You're getting better. And then it turns into posting once a day. Being able to consistently put out good content, consistently reach your audience, and consistently create, that is really what has did it, And I think consistency really is something that you can use in almost any facet of life. Being consistent going to work, showing up on time, showing up ready to work, right? Being consistent in how you teach your children, giving them grace and working hard with them to find their fears and their passions and to push through whatever they're going on. Consistency is a skill that we all need to conquer, and that is something that has really not only changed my life. One thing that I used to do before is I used to just kind of fly by the handle, right? I would let the day almost determine what I wanted to do, and if it was going to be conducive of where I wanted to go. I didn't plan out a schedule. I didn't wake up and be like, you know what, today's content day. I might have just woke up that day and felt like, I'm just gonna get it done. And that's not really and that's the things that hold you back, right? Those are things that make you lag. One thing you got to realize is consistency builds credibility. The more you're being consistent, the more people are seeing you, they're trusting you, they're able to see what you do and understand what you're offering to them, the more they're going to want to buy from you, the more they're going to want to listen to you, and the more they're going to want to consume whatever you are producing for them. So that's definitely key. Consistency is key. Now, I don't want you to think that what I'm telling you is just, hoopla or whatnot. There's really some results that have come through this, and some things that I've seen in this journey that are irreplaceable, and I can definitely give to the next person. So I've not only grown my Facebook page to almost 100,000 followers in less than a year, I've grown other people's pages, and I've done the work to see that throughout everything, it's about really building a community and building an audience. It's giving your community and your audience something to look forward from, to learn from, to grow from, and to connect with you from. If you're not out here being consistent, if you're not out here being honest and true to who you are, then the right person isn't going to want to follow you or going to want to actually consume what you're doing. If I'm not every day on here being genuinely 100% me, then the right person who's supposed to follow me and those super fans who are supposed to be here for me or for you, if you're the one creating right, those they're not going to be able to find you because they're not going to really jive with you the way they're supposed to. You have to really be yourself, be consistent, and be genuine, because nowadays there's so much AI, there's everything around that are painting a picture that is false, right? A false facade. And we see that in advertising, in life. We see that in so many different things. So I think the biggest thing is being true to yourself, being genuine, and really finding the people that you want to be around and the people that are going to actually really jive with you. And through what I've not only built online and through the image that I've built, I've gotten brand deals, I've gotten brand ambassadorships, I've worked with clients around the country, even outside of the country. It's been a beautiful run. I've got speaking gigs, I've got different accolades that you only can get by putting yourself out there, by showing up and being credible, and by building that trust with your audience and with people who may not be your audience at this time, but maybe your audience down the line, because you've built that trust with you. Your content builds trust. And that's what you need. They say it takes about 10,000 hours of trust for someone to actually trust enough to buy from you. And so if you're constantly putting out content, you're being consistent, you're being genuine, and you're trustworthy, then that is going to bring those things in for people to actually really vibe with you. You know, and when it really came down to it, I had to change my mindset. I had to change that not only am I a young person and I know maybe a lot for what I thought I know, but there's so many people out here that know things that I don't know, and that you can learn from almost any situation or anybody around you in different ways, whether it's good or bad, right? You could hear a situation and know, yeah, that's just not for me. And you can know to avoid that. Or you can hear someone tell their story or their testimony, and it could be like, wow, that I can vibe with that. And so when you're creating, you know, you never know who you're going to impact. You never know who this video might touch, right? In so many different ways. And so I had to change my mindset. I had to be more humble. I had to really see that what I'm doing, I can be confident, but in the right ways. And it's not only opened up a lot of doors, but also it's opened up a lot of love for myself and the life that I'm getting to live, because it's beautiful to be able to come out just like on a day like today and just create. I don't have to go to work today. This is my work. This is my job, right? And I get to share not only how these steps have helped my life, but also how content has helped my life and how it can help yours. With the creator economy literally about to double in the next 2 to 3 years, there's so much money that's going to be coming out and going to be available to us as creators. So I think us banding together, creating this community and being trustworthy is not only going to help us in the end, but it's going to help us work together to push this creator economy and the creator business even further, because there's so much potential in this new wave and this new year's coming up for us to thrive. And one thing that I'd recommend is doing different things to help keep you going. Do 30-day challenges, 60-day challenges, right? Maybe it's I'm gonna 1 day a week, every day this week, I'm going to edit one short video, 30 seconds, right? Or maybe it's I'm going to go out and shoot a 30-minute podcast every day this week, and next week I'm going to edit them, right? So then I have content. Challenge yourself to be bigger and be better. Challenge yourself in life to be bigger and better, whatever it is. You know, say you work at a factory, you can put out 6 pallets a day. Try to put out 7 next day. There's always room for improvement, and that's how we all get better together. I didn't want to make this video too formal, and I really hope that if you gain any value from this, definitely drop a like or subscribe. It not only helps us keep knowing that this is what you want to see, but also that we are out here helping the community, right? Because I'm just another creator trying to create a community of creators. And so remember, the life you want is on the other side of you showing up. So every day show up not only for you, but for your future as well. Peace.